Hi guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Feel free to give it a thumbs up if you like what you see. Also, please subscribe and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss a beat. So without further ado, I'm going to hop right into our hybrid binary compensation, which is the third way that we get paid with total life changes. So the first thing you want to do once you get into the business of total life changes, if you intend on creating residual income, is you want to get binary qualified. Binary qualified simply means you get one person in the business on your left team, one person in the business on your right team. Then you are binary qualified. Now, at that position, you are considered an associate, depending on how much volume is on your lesser leg. But I'm going to explain that a little bit later. So let's say you just get in a business, you enroll one person on your left team, you enroll another person on your right team. They both get in the package, maybe at an entrepreneurial pack, which is $300, right? So you are now an associate. So you qualify for residual income. So what happens is at the end of every single Thursday, the company is going to take a snapshot of your business and pay you at the rate of an associate. You're going to get paid 10% commission on your lesser team's volume, on your lesser team's volume. So now, when it comes down to creating residual, let's say, for instance, you enroll these two individuals, correct? And when you want to build teams, you want to help your people become binary qualified as well. So let's say, for instance, your first person, they go out and get one person. So that one person automatically joins the business, and they're going to become your third person in business. Although you did not personally enroll that person, they are still in your business because you guys share a leg, which is this is your left leg, this is your right leg. Okay? So now you have three people in your business. Your first person in business went and got their first person, which is your third person in business. So now what happens is, in order for your first person to get binary qualified, they have to go ahead and put another person right inside of their inner leg. This person, you don't get paid off of the binary from them. You get paid a different way from them. So though this person, you only have two legs, which is your right and your left. This is your leg. This is your leg. This is their inner leg. So you don't get paid off of it just yet. But I'm going to explain how you get paid off of them in a bit. So now what's going to happen is, as this person, your third person in business, go ahead and get people into the business, or they're sharing the products, their testimony, things of that sort, you're going to create, it's going to pay you volume. So let's say the third person in business, right? They're really great at retailing. They may go out to beauty salons, nail salons, what have you, share the product, share their testimony, and they may grow their business that way. They may not feel comfortable recruiting. Perfectly fine. What's going to happen is the people who go to their website, the orders that they place in their own back office accumulate volume under your business because you guys share a leg. Now, how you build your teams. Let's say, for instance, you now want to enroll your third person in the team, because remember, you only personally enrolled this first person and this second person. Your first person got that third person. So you want to go get someone else. Now, to do an even build, you may do it like this or you may not. You may go ahead and put this is your third person that you personally enrolled, though this is your fourth person in business. You may go ahead and put that fourth person there. So now, this person, they still have to go and get their two people, but now they're going to wake up, look in their back office, and they have someone under them that they did not enroll, which is how we help each other build in this company. So now let's say your person number two says that they want to go ahead and get binary qualified. What happens is, they're going to put someone under that fourth person, which becomes your fifth person in business, and it's going to drop down here, right? And for them to get binary qualified, they have to do what your first person did, which is put someone in their inner team. Now, you get paid off of these people just not in this particular way in which I'm explaining how we get paid. You get paid off of those people in the fourth way that we get paid, not the third. You'll understand what I mean in just a moment. So this is your business. You have your right team, your left team. You enrolled 2 people personally. Now they enrolled a person apiece, well, 2 people apiece, and you also put a 4th person in the business. Your personally enrolled 3rd person, but it's literally your 4th position. So now let's say, for instance, these people over here in this team, they're placing orders, they're sharing the business. People are coming to their website to place orders. Let's say there's a commission of, no, I'm sorry, there's volume of, let's say 700 volume. RV simply means right volume. Now let's say the commission over here is 500. LV, which means left volume. So this is the volume for the week, right? So since you're an associate, you will get paid 10%. Listen, this is only for associate. As your ranking goes up, you get paid a higher percentage. In the binary, you get paid 10 to 25%. So now let's say, for instance, it's the end of Thursday. The company takes a snapshot of your business. They're going to go ahead and pay you 10% of your lesser leg volume, which will be $50. You get paid 10% of 500. So what happens is they're going to write you a $50 check. That's how much you get paid, $50. So since the company paid you off of this volume, which is the 500, what they're going to do is subtract 500 from 700. Because this volume doesn't just disappear. Your team worked for that volume. So what's going to happen is the company is going to subtract 500 from 700, which will leave you with 200. RV, which becomes your carryover. Okay? So now I want to break down the carryover for you guys. Let's break down carryover. And also, I'm going to talk a little bit more in depth about the other side, but I want to make sure you understand what carryover is because it's really simple. So you got paid 10% off of that 50 volume on your left team, and we subtracted that 500 from your right team's volume, which leaves you with 200 in volume. That volume becomes carryover. So now for your first week, you have 200 in carryover. We're going to draw a line simply because let's go ahead and do LV here, RV here. This is left volume, right volume. If you stick with me, I promise you, you will understand everything that I'm talking about. Also, feel free to replay this video. Now, never mind all of this. So needless to say, in regards to your right volume, you have carryover of 200. Right? This is your first week in business. You already got paid off of your left volume, so you're 0 over there, but you have 200 carryover over here. So now, what will happen is, it's a new week. One moment. Since it's a new week, things are going to be a little bit different. What I'm going to do is place a 200 here, because that's how much, oh, I hope you guys are able to see it when I'm doing it. But I placed 200 here because that's how much carryover we have, right? That's how much we're starting off the week with. So now let's say, for instance, your third person in business goes out and gets someone. Now let's say your first person in business goes out and gets someone else. This becomes your sixth person in business, and they drop down here, right? So that's how it's looking. So your first person went and got another person. They're already binary qualified. They went and put someone else in the business, right? Now, I want to show you how everyone helps each other. You see how over here, you enrolled that person. Okay, let me make sure you guys can see. So you see how on your right team, everyone in red you personally enrolled. Now you see how this individual, yeah, so you see how you enrolled person number 2 and 4, but now person number 2 goes out and gets 2 people, and their first person automatically falls under person number 4. This is how we help each other build teams. Now this is simple. This is literally the binary compensation plan. You help your team build a team. As you place people, other people are placing people, volume accumulates, and one day you may look up and you may have 7,000 in volume. No, actually, let's not go that far ahead. I want to talk about, I want to keep it based on the carryover. So now it's a new week. Let's say person number 1 goes ahead and get another person in the business, which becomes your 7th person in the business. I know that looks a little sloppy. Person number 1 goes ahead and gets your 7th person in the business, right? Now, this person came from person number 1, or no, let's say it came from person number 3. Person number 3 placed that person down there, right? Remember, person number 1 brought person number 3 into the business. Now person number 3 wants to begin to create a residual income. You don't know this person, but since they're going to go ahead and get binary qualified, the first person they bring into the business falls under you, and it makes volume for your love team. So this is how you get paid off of people in which you do not know, you've never met. Because just for them to become binary qualified, they have to put someone under one of your legs, because we only build down, not across. Now, let's say, for instance, it's the end of the week, it's a Thursday, and let's say, for instance, the volume on your left leg is, let's say it's 1,000. And I hope that's legible. So let's say your volume on your left team is 1,000. Now let's say your volume on your right team is 1,200. Now, since you're lesser team, since you have 1,000 over here, 1,200 over here, and you are binary qualified, meaning you have one person that you personally enrolled on your left team, one person that you personally enrolled on your right team. Now you qualify to be director because your lowest leg has 1,000 volume. So this is 1,000 LV. This is 1,200 RV. I hope you guys can see that. Maybe not, but it's okay. So LV, RV. That just means love volume, right volume. That's it. That's all. So when the company takes a snapshot of your business at the end of the second Thursday, remember, you have 200 carryover for your right volume. So what's going to happen is you're going to think that you're going to get paid. You are going to get paid. Now, being a director, you'll get paid 12%. 12% commission off of the binary as a director. So you're going to pay a 12% commission off of this $1,000. I'm sorry, off of that 1,000 volume. So your check for the second week, this is hypothetical. This is not to make any income claims or things of that sort. This is just a hypothetical situation. So your second week in business, you accumulated a check of now $120 based only on the binary. If you recruited people, if you made commissions from retails, you've made money the other ways that we get paid. But this is how you would make, this is how much you will make off of the binary your second week. Now what happens is you got paid off of this 1,000, right? So we're going to deduct this 1,000 from your 1,200. So now you're left with 200 carryover, RV. That 200 is added to this 200, right? So now you have 200 more carryover. So now your carryover going into the third week is now 400. It's like 400 in volume sitting over there in the bank. And I'm going to explain how you cash out on that carryover a little bit later. So now this is your second week. You zeroed out over here because the company paid you out for whatever you have over here. You're going into your third week with 400 in carryover now. Okay? I hope you guys do not get lost. If you have to restart this video and watch it over and over and over again until you really understand, because I guarantee you, once you understand the binary pay, it unlocks a beast inside of you to whereas you understand, wow, that's easy. Do you mean to tell me I can make X amount of money just by doing X, Y, and Z, right? So now this is only your second week in business, hypothetical, right? And remember, you've only personally enrolled 1, 2, 3 people personally, but you have a total of 7 people on your team. But you only personally enrolled 3 people. That's how it's magic. Now, this is the third week in business. Let's delete all of this, erase all of this. You have your 400 up here in carryover. This is the carryover, 400. So now this is your third week in business, right? Let's say you don't get anyone in the business this week, but your second person, no, you're the third person you personally enrolled in the business, which is technically your first person in the business, your fourth person, excuse me. Let's say they get someone in the business. I don't want to use red because red is for everyone you personally enrolled, right? So let's just go ahead and use blue. Blue is everyone you did not enroll. So let's say person number 4 goes ahead and gets someone in the business, which is now your 8th person in business. I don't know why it looks like that. This is now your person number 8 in your business because person number 4 enrolled them. Now let's say, now what I want to break down, we're going to go back to the carryover, but what I want to break down for you guys is the 4th way we get paid, which is the check match. Now, check match basically means that you get paid commission. You get paid 50% of whatever the people you personally enroll make off of the binary. So again, everyone in red, you personally enrolled them. So now let's say your first person in the business, they go out and remember, they got their 2 people. They got person number 6 in your business. Remember, person number 1 got that person. Person number 1 has someone over here. Now, you may think this person isn't doing anything because they haven't got anyone under them, but this person is a go-getter. This person is retailing. This person is sending people to their website. This person is creating volume. So now, your first person in the business, which is person number 1, this is what we're talking about now. Person number 1, they're creating a residual income because not only is person number 6 booming in the business and may have had an amazing testimony and he or she is sharing their testimony, they're creating volume. Also, everybody over here is adding to person number 1's volume. So now, let's go ahead and draw the line for person number 1. So this is person number 1's business. Now they're binary qualified. Now we're looking at their binary. We're looking at their right team and their left team. So now let's say, for instance, again, now we're not looking at you. We're looking at the people you personally enrolled. So now let's say, for instance, person number 1, this is their left leg. This will be considered their power leg because they share this leg with you. This is their inner leg because they share that leg by themselves. So let's say their power leg does 700 in volume for the week, right? 700 volume. Let's say the person in this leg is doing let's say they do 3,000 in volume, right? So this person will make a 10% commission since they don't qualify to be a director just yet until this is 1,000, until that 700 is 1,000. So what they're going to do is they're going to get a 10% commission check of this 700. That 10% of 700 would be a $70 check. Just because you person number one that you enrolled into the business will receive a $70 check. Just because you personally enrolled person number one, you're going to make a $35 check just because you personally enrolled that person. That's the fourth way we get paid. It's considered check match. Now, the check match does not just stop there. Not only will you get paid a commission off of everyone you personally enrolled, you will also receive a commission off of anyone that they personally enrolled. So now, let's go ahead and erase this. This is just hypothetical in regards to someone you may have brought in the business. Now, let's say, for instance, we're going over here. Person number 8. Now, remember, person number 4 brought person number 8 into the business. You brought person number 4 into the business. And now let's say person number 8, they go out and they get binary qualified. They put someone on their inner team and they add to this outer team, which now becomes your 9th person in the business. This is person number 9. Person number 8 put them there, right? I hope you guys are able to see this, because I value your time as well as your attention. Remember, these people with the dark circles, these are people who are not like 1, 2, and 3. You don't get paid off of them just yet. So now, let's do this a little bit neater so that you guys can see this a lot better. One moment. So person number 8 who was enrolled. So person number 8 who was enrolled by person number 4 now goes out and gets binary qualified. Now this person goes out and puts someone on their inner leg, someone on their outer leg. This becomes your 9th person in business. This is your 9th person because these markers are horrible. I'm so sorry, guys. Let me just use a different marker really quick. This becomes your 9th person in business. Person number 9. So this is now your 9th person. I'm going to make sure you guys can see it. Let me turn the volume, the brightness of my desktop down so that you guys can see this a lot better. Hopefully that's not too dark, but I want you guys to be able to see this grid. So person number 4, which is someone you brought in the business, now they brought in person number 8, someone who you don't know. Person number 8 brings in person number 9, and they enroll someone on their inner leg as well, someone you don't know and you're not getting paid off of just yet, but you're going to see how you get paid off of that person in just a moment. Now, let's say person number 8, you did not enroll them. Your person number 4 enrolled them. Now, let's say person number 8 gets a binary check. Remember, the company takes a snapshot of person number 8's team. Let's say their lesser team leg is, let's say it's 1,200. And let's say over here, all of the volume over here, maybe, and remember, we're looking at person number 8's business. Let's say all of the volume over here accumulates to 3,000. We're not even looking at your business just yet. We're not even talking about the carryover anymore. I just used that as an example. We're over the carryover because, as you would know, you would get a lot of carryover from this. Now, since person number 8 has 1,200 on their lesser team and 3,000 on their greater team, they are considered a director. Now, since they are a director, excuse me one second. So since they are considered a director, this person will now receive 12% commission on their lesser team. So that person will receive a commission check of $144. So since their lesser team did 1,200, they're going to receive a check of $144. Now, just because that person made 144, what's going to happen is person number 8, excuse me, that's the commission check of person number 8. So since person number 4 enrolled person number 8, and this is how much they made, person number 4 will receive a $72 check, which is 50% of what this person made. Now, since you enrolled person number 4, because basically this is the 4th way we get paid. And now person number 4 is tapping into the 4th way we get paid. But the $144 check is the person number 8's 3rd way of pay. This is their binary pay. But this is person number 4's check match. Now, since you enrolled person number 4 and person number 4 enrolled person number 8, you will make anywhere between 10 to 50% of whatever person number 8 makes in the binary. This is infinite. Now, we do have a binary cap. So let's say, for instance, I'm going to erase all of this. Hopefully, you guys, you understand it. If not, feel free to replay this video. Feel free to do so. So now we see that's how much everyone may have made because of that. So now let's say, for instance, what am I talking about? The check match, right? Now let's say, for instance, I think that was, I kind of lost myself. Forgive me. I just lost my train of thought really briefly. But I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I broke down the binary. I broke down the check match. I broke down everything in regards to that. So for the most part, I think that's pretty much it. We can use so many examples, but that's that. Oh, with the cap. So the company won't pay you more than $20,000 on your own binary. So basically, if, let's say, for instance, you're booming in business, and let's say your lesser leg does $1 million, or no, that's a big astronomical number. Let's say your lesser leg does $300,000, right? You're higher up in the ranks, and you make 25% of $300,000. I'm sure 25% of $300,000 is well over $20,000. The company is not going to pay you 25% of $300,000. The company is just going to pay you $20,000 a week residually, just because you maxed out the binary. Meaning, if your lesser team's leg, whatever your rank may be, if your lesser team leg, if your percentage is $20,000 or more, you're going to get paid $20,000. That's every single week. So if every week your numbers are high and your percentage, let's say you're at 25%, and let's say your lesser team is doing $100,000 in business, you're not going to get paid a $25,000 check. The company is going to pay you a $20,000 check. And if your business is doing those numbers every week, you get paid $20,000 every week. Again, remember, you may have enrolled only 2-3 people in the business, but since they are sharing the business with people, those people are sharing the business, you create volume, right? It's creating volume for you, because you don't build out, you build down. Now, that's the cap for the binary, $20,000. But the check match, remember, you get paid check match off of the first generation as well as the second generation. That's infinite. So let's say, for instance, you enroll me into the business. And let's say my commission check, you personally enrolled me. My commission check is, let's say, for the week, I'm doing pretty good, and I get a commission check of $5,000. Simply and only because you enrolled me into the business, your check is going to be $2,500. But let's say you enrolled a girl named Lisa into the business. Lisa is someone who just hit you up off of Instagram, right? She reached out to you via Instagram. Lisa gets a check, a binary check, because Lisa is amazing and she's doing really well. So Lisa gets a binary check of let's say she maxes out the binary. She maxes out at $20,000 every single week. Just because you brought Lisa into the business, you will receive a commission of $10,000 every week. And let's say Lisa brings in someone else, her sister. Lisa's sister may have maxed out the binary. And if you are at the rank to receive 50% of Lisa's sister, okay, so at certain ranks you always get 50% commission of 50% check match on your first generation. So I'm your first generation, right? Lisa is your first generation. If I enroll my best friend under me, that's now your second generation. Lisa's sister is considered your second generation. Depending on your rank within the business, you can make anywhere between 10 to 50% off of your second generation. So let's say you're only a director, right? Directors you will make 50% commission off of my check, 50% of commission off of Lisa's check. Lisa will get her $20,000 check, and just because you brought Lisa into the business, you will make $10,000 off of Lisa. Now, let's say, for instance, Lisa's sister maxes out the binary as well. Since you're only a director, which more than likely you're probably not going to be, but let's just say you are. Let's say you are only a director in the, well, not only a director, you are a director in the business. And you get paid $10,000 every single time Lisa makes a $20,000 check. But Lisa's sister also maxed out the binary. Now she gets $20,000 every single week. I'm just using the cap, right? Now Lisa's sister gets $20,000 every single week. Just because you brought Lisa into the business and Lisa brought her sister, you're going to receive 10% of that $20,000, which is $2,000. So not only will you receive money from your own binary, not only will you receive check match from me, you'll also receive $10,000 check match from Lisa, $2,000 check match from Lisa's sister. This is the fourth way we get paid, guys. I want to stress this enough, and I keep using examples because I guarantee you, once you understand the power of the binary, it unlocks something within you that says, I can do that. And I know it seems like I'm using big numbers, but you have to understand this company, as of January 20th, 2018, this company already has about 20 millionaires in the business. This company already has people who have compensation. It can happen. You can do it. Believe in yourself. Just do whatever it is that it takes for you to do, whether it's retailing the product, whether it's sharing the business. Become a product of the product. One of my favorite products that that's our flagship product. If someone eats meat, they have parasites more than likely. And they need to detox. Of course, the moment that you detox, you're going to flush your system out of all that intestinal sludge. So what happens is you may lose your 5 pounds in 5 days. You get what I mean? Most 98% of us do. I don't make any medical claims. I'm not here to make any financial claims either. I'm just using hypothetical situations as an example so that you can see that this is a business. Not only can you make $100 a week, not only can you make $250 a week, you have the potential to make $5,000 a week, $50,000 a week. There are people in this business who are making $100,000 a week. There are people in this business that are making $30,000 a day, and it seems huge. Don't get me wrong. I know it seems like big, huge, astronomical numbers, but again, if you understand that it's by you bringing me into the business and me sharing the business, you never know who may fall under you. You never know who may just take off and just go crazy under you. You never know, because with this company, you don't build out. It's not linear. You build down. You build down. Again, this is a shorter video. I try not to make it too long. I know it's 30 minutes, but feel free to replay this video until you understand the binary. If you need to go further into detail with the carryover, please comment below. But again, with the carryover, basically you get paid on your lesson volume. You have your greater team's volume. The lesser team's volume is subtracted from the greater team's volume. That creates your carryover every week. Every week, every week. Carryover does wash out. Most people say, how do you get paid off of the carryover? Really quick, because that is a question that I usually get asked. So let's say you every week you've just been, moving in the business. Let's say, your carryover. Remember earlier we had the hypothetical situation. Let's say your carryover again is 400. So this is your carryover box over here. So now your business, we're going to do LV over here, RV over here. This is for carryover. So now let's say, for instance, we're not going to deal with weeks now because you can end up with 400 carryover in your 30th week of the business if you're growing both teams and if both teams are just growing. So let's say, for instance, this week in the business, your left team does 7,000. And let's say your right team does only, let's say, 2,000. Depending on your rank, you may be a director. You may not be a director. It just depends. Because to qualify to be a director, you have to have the minimum of 1,000 volume in your lesser leg. But let's say you may have hit executive director, but this particular leg is a little slow this week. Perfectly fine. You still maintain the position of an executive director for 30 calendar days. So as an executive director, I believe you make 14% commission at this point. So let me check really, really briefly. If you guys would just bear with me for 1 second. I don't want this video to be too long, at least no more than 45 minutes. But when money talks, guys. I believe it's 14%. I'm not 100% sure. Give me 1 second because our video. The video has frozen. Okay, there we go. So we're back up. So anyways, I don't want to hit any other tabs because my laptop literally just froze up on me. But I want to trust my judgment and say at the rank of the executive director, you now receive 14%, right? Let's say you hit executive director, and I believe the minimum to be an executive director, you have to have 5,000 on your lesser team's volume. You may have done that a week, 2, 3 weeks ago, but since you did it within 30 calendar days, you still get paid out as an executive director. Although your numbers may not reflect 5,000 minimum, you still get paid 14%. So let's do the math. I just like to be exact, although I'm sure I can do it in my head. I'm sure it would be like $280. So let's see. So 2,000 volume times 0.14 equals, yeah, $280. So you just pocketed $280 this particular week. But now the company says you've already got paid off of this $2,000. Now the company is going to subtract 2,000 from 7,000. That's going to leave you with 5,000 carryover.
So now you have 5,000 carryover plus this 400. So 5,400 carryover. And when you start the next week, you're going to start over with 5,400 volume just in the bank for your left volume leg. But now this is where the carryover watch is out. Let's say, okay, you have the 5,400 carryover over there. Now this is where it gets amazing, right? Because again, like I said, you never know who may fall under your team. Let's say, for instance, and I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm going to cut it short after this. So now let's say, for instance, you have this in carryover just sitting in the bank. You have 5,400 just sitting in the bank. But this is your love volume carryover. Now let's say your next week in business, let's say you do another 7,000 over here, and let's say you do, someone gets in this business and they just take off. And no, let's just make it easier. Let's say you get 3,000 over here. No, 2,000. Let's just say 2,000 over here. 2,000 volume on your left team, right? Let's say your right team does 7,000. Now, look at this. You would say, oh, wow, I would get paid, again, 14% of that 2,000 from the right volume. But no, from the left volume. But no, you would not. Because remember, this is from the left volume. This is carryover from the left volume. So you may have done only 2,000 that week, but you have to add this 5,400 volume. So technically over here, you have 7,400. So you don't really care about that because the company is going to pay you based off of your carryover as well. So now, since you're about to get paid 14% of that 7,000, at this point, you're still an executive director. So what's 14% of 7,000? Let's find out. Because now, since you're about to get paid off of that carryover, what's going to happen is you're going to get that. Well, let's just do the math. So 7,000 times 0.14 equals $980. So last week you got a $280 check. This week you're going to get a $980 check. Hypothetically, I make no income claims. So you got a $980 check. So since the company just paid you 14% commission off of your lesser leg, this zeroes out. You already got paid off of it. So the company is going to subtract that 7,000 that you already got paid off of. They're going to subtract it from this 7,400. So now you're left with 400 in the carryover. So that's why I say this is your carryover now. So now this washes out. You got paid off of all of this. And now this is your new carryover, which is 400 in your LV, leg volume carryover, which is the CO. Left volume CO carryover, 400. So this is how it works. So even if you made, like, let's say, for instance, you thought you would only get paid that 14% and get a $280 check off the 2,000, because of all of that volume in the bank, it made that what you would think to be your lesser leg, it made it your greater leg, which gave you 7,400 volume. So you would have thought that, oh, I'm not going to get paid off this RV, this right leg volume, but you actually did. Watch this video over, guys. I know it's 45 minutes long, but trust me, when it comes down to business, there's never too much that you can know when it comes down to being an independent business owner with Total Life Changes. This company is totally life-changing. I live by this company. I live with this company only because doing this is fun to me. It's amazing. It's so easy. I'm literally on my couch at home talking to the world and sharing knowledge with the world, and it's just amazing. So this video is exactly 45 minutes, watch it as many times as you can, share it with people, do what you need to do. But yes, guys, Total Life Changes rocks. Have a good one.